Hello everybody, this is Irish Vampire, and this is Season 1.5 of my 7 Days to Die Let's Play. It is Season 1.5 because Alpha 11.2 came out, and when it came out, the Fun Pimp said, hey guys, you might just want to make a new world because some of the changes we're making could cause some problems, and everybody I had seen that plays this game so far had said, yeah, it was problematic, just restart your world. So that's what I did. The first thing I'm going to talk about is when you start on this new 11.2 setting, go up here to your options, go to your controls, go down to inventory, or whatever custom things that you had set, and change it back, because they did not stay, guys. Speaking of which, I did actually have the video settings, so I'm going to check that real quick. Okay, those stayed at least. For some reason, the controls just will not stay for me. It's getting on my nerves, actually. I've tried to record this video I want to say 6 times this morning, and just from noises around my house keeping me from being able to record properly, to having some issues with fraps crashing, to one instance of just the worst luck imaginable, and I just went, this isn't going to be fun to watch. It's been pretty terrible, guys. So if I sound like I am just losing interest in some of the things I'm saying, that's because I've already heard them 1,000 times this morning, and I'm gonna do my best not to be that guy, but I mean, it's been a morning, guys. It's been a morning. So you'll kind of notice that I'm kind of running around in circles in this same area where we started. I finally read the Fun Pimp's little survival guide. Now, I only read as far as I actually cared about, which led me to when you first start, for example, you were going to start in an area that is a quote-unquote safe zone. That means the zombies aren't going to spawn there for a little while. The second thing is, they told you to go ahead and make multiples of the stone axe. Because of the system, it's your character level, your current level, times 10, plus or minus 50, and that determines the quality of the things you're making. So as you can see, I made a 17 quality here, a 1 quality here, and a 1 quality here. I'm going to hold on to this 17 quality for a minute. It's going to help me gather more stuff faster. That whisper effect scares me every time, guys. If you didn't know, or you play with the sound really low or whatever, there is a whisper ambient noise. It is awful, guys. Alright, I've already been in that trash. You can only be in the same area for so long before you start trying to hit the same things again, and they tell you the safe zone's pretty big, but it's not. It's not really that big. Not in terms of actually finding things that you need to survive. For example, I haven't seen rocks in a minute. Theoretically, it's fine. I'm really hoping to get this tree down before this axe breaks. Might not be in the cards. Hey! Alright. The other thing I'm going to want to do is just break a ton of these bushes around me. For these beautiful plant fibers. Of course, we're going to have to make another stone axe, but you really want to make sure to get your bow done as soon as possible. I'm looking out and having 11 feathers to start off with. That is significant compared to my previous attempts at starting. And I am just gonna... Oh, another bird's nest. And a nut. Guys, holy grail. I have found it. I have chosen wisely too, it seems. At least so far. I need more sticks. I think I'm gonna go for another stone axe first. Just because if I get a decent quality one... I mean, it ain't the best, but I'll take it. I can theoretically break some of these rocks around here. And I ain't going that way, that's the obsidian. I can break some of these rocks and get up some stone. And that would be even more bird's nests. So apparently I'm going to be pretty well defended, guys. Oh, are these the two I found earlier? Okay. That's fine. I'll take it. I ain't even going to argue with that. The last time I tried to do this, I only found 2 bird's nests. I got a grand total of 3 feathers. And so, even though I found an amazing starting place with all kinds of cool stuff to grab, I could not defend myself well enough to really get it going. So that was awful. I think I'm going to go to about 1,500 today. I might just... they might turn into really long episodes, guys, because I might just turn it into every day is an episode. That'll turn it into about 30-minute episodes or something like that, but honestly, it's getting weird trying to record just 20-minute episodes because the nights end up with so much missing content is in terms of just length of the video. So I think that may be the way I go about it, guys. Also, if I have to edit or something and it comes out a little shorter, it won't be so heartbreaking in terms of just sheer content available. So, one of the things I want to talk about, as this is our first zombie, they sway back and forth just a little bit more now, and the arrows seem to drop a little bit. They said they added bow physics. Not really sure what that means even now, but whatever it is, I haven't been a fan of it so far. Zombies have been immensely harder to kill. I was telling people to aim for that weird spot. I'm gonna go ahead and take it all. I was telling people to aim like right there where their head meets the background. It doesn't really seem to be working anymore. You want to aim just a tad higher. I'm gonna take those coins. Theoretically, it also means over distance we're gonna see a lot more lost trajectory. So that's a thing that'll happen. Zombies are still spawning right on top of you, so I mean, if you can avoid it, don't stand in one place for too terribly long. That's always been the case, but like I was in the city and I couldn't do anything. Like every 2 seconds was just filled with awful. And of course, for some reason, he saw me and came after me. And like I say, they are swaying back and forth just a little bit more, making them even harder to hit. It takes a minute to get used to, but if you just kind of watch them and get used to it, they happen in patterns. They kind of just sway back and forth just a little bit. It's kind of like these guys with their heads. Not as drastic as their bobbing and weaving, but... Oh, look at that guy. He's breakdancing. That's a cool pose to hold. Ow. Well, maybe I won't take that, but... And I'm gonna get out of here. I mean, in the beginning, the truth is, you really don't want to be fighting many zombies, and, well, I could stick around here and keep killing them. Really, I kind of want to save that kind of gusto. Oh, wait, what? I want to save that kind of active... Look, I don't know where I'm trying to go with that. I want to save that for prefabs if I can, is what I'm trying to say. So here's the great thing about the bow. You can charge it as you're running. Yay! We're also going to pick up some rocks before that becomes a problem. Oh, look, in a prefab! It happens so fast. And a store. I don't even know what it is, but I'm happy about that. People can say what they want about this kind of stuff being awful. Don't go into the town or loot with a friend. I don't care how you do it. You want to be inside these places, okay? Quite honestly, this looks like exactly the place I started with in the first place. Which, first of all, tells me this is going to be awful. But second of all, tells me that my random gen is not so much random genning. We're going to test it, though. Because if this is the same town I was in before... Oh, that's not a bag. We are going to find a shamway just over there. And so we'll test that out. I mean, I'm not terribly opposed to a place that I'm somewhat familiar with. Although, to be perfectly honest, this place was awful. Like, I got my butt handed to me in a few different ways. The grass keeps getting in the way of things being picked up now. Like, it was bad before, but it's happening even worse now, guys. I am not a fan. Yeah, that deer's very interesting, guys. You should totally pay attention to him. I'll take it. And I'll take that too. Yeah, so this is exactly where I started. So I'm not going to do what I did in the beginning in here. I am going to focus on looting the cars instead of the buildings. And it's kind of cheap, but I'm going to use zombies to break into those buildings, I think. I just went in the buildings before. That was horrible. I need to clear these zombies out before I can actually go around trying to loot all this. Again, I had like 0 freaking... Well, some zombies very angry. It sounds like they're trying to break out the side of that building. But yeah, I had like no arrows, so my previous attempt at this was just horrible. Like, some of those were my fault, but I feel like some of that was just the game being wonky. For example, that one I feel like should have hit. Whatever though. I gotta start doing it eventually. If this is how it's gonna be from now on, I'm gonna say listen to some of the other people out there and go ahead and kind of use this as a close-up weapon. Don't try to aim from very far away, just get in there and take them out. Not from too close, because the zombies seem to have a much bigger reach now. Their mocap animations put them in a certain range, and they apparently know exactly what that range is, because they work for it, man. And I mean, good for them. They have a new ability. They're trying to use it. I mean, the game would be boring if they didn't cheat a little bit, right? I don't even know how many arrows I have. Not many. Oh, good. Oh, good. We have visitors from the behind. I'm trying, guys. I don't know if I'll necessarily make it into this building, though. Kinda hoping I will, but... however it happens is however it happens, you know? But nighttime starts at 1800 and ends at around 6:35-ish. Also not a fan of the crosshairs on the bow being covered up by the bow sometimes. I would aim like this, but I cannot stand that. You have no frame of reference to where your arrow is going to go. And so far, I have hated that, every second of that. I mean, I guess you could get used to it. Like, if you pull back, you can see what... If I aim right at his head, it's kind of just out from where the arrow is. And that's great. But kind of want my dot back, you know what I mean? Because some of the aiming and the hitboxes can be so wonky, I feel like taking away anything that helps with the aiming process is just plain cheap. They're making it more difficult, yes, but they're making it more difficult through making the game ridiculous. And especially with, like I say, I like to aim the bow with just like this. And so every time that happens, and there's a weird bob and weave going on, or the fucking bow drifts in front of my vision, like, that's time I need to aim the bow properly that I'm just not getting in. And these zombies move just a tad faster than I remember. Need sticks, is what I... You know what? This one's a blue club. You really don't want to get in there and melee these guys if you can help it, but maybe with the blue club we'll be alright. With melee at least, I know that you're probably alright just hitting away. And of course I'm bleeding now. The stun effect is ridiculous. The stun needs to be severely nerfed. As far as I can tell, your biggest melee suggestion is going to be when you think you're when you think you're going to need to start your swing animation, you also want to start backing off. That will hopefully keep you out of reach long enough to not get just hammered to death. I can't make any promises. I mean, this is coming from a guy who's got zombies breakdancing in the middle of the air, so I don't know. You be the judge. I'm just telling you, in my experience, that is what works. As far as melee goes, you seem to have a bit more reach yourself, but, like, I don't know. I have not been a fan of the melee in this game since they've updated it. It's all been an exercise in how long does it take to get me killed. And so, you can say what you want, you can do what you want, but my suggestion is just avoid it if possible. Obviously, it's not really working out for me at this point. Hopefully when I get some more of these sticks, I'm going to start shooting them again. Not that that's working out terribly well at this point either, but... yeah, I don't know, guys. Use your discretion. The real trick in any game, physical, video, whatever, is to do what works for you, you know? In this particular case, I prefer the bow so far. The process of using a gun has become much more enticing as the aiming reticles and all that, like, much better. Just much better. Not to mention intensely faster, and especially with the new quality system, and because the bow's not on that system, you're going to have a much better chance of surviving. That's exactly what I wanted. We're going to learn as much of this stuff as we can. Is that another hunting knife book? Yeah, we're just going to throw that on the floor. Everybody keeps telling me to keep it because these things can now be turned into paper. But until I hit a point where I actually need the paper for shotgun shells, like, I don't even have a shotgun right now. What the heck do I need paper for? Not really what I wanted. Just want to loot this bookshelf that I can't see. I apologize about it being so dark, guys. Here, maybe I can fix that a little bit. Oh man, I forgot to... Hopefully, this will be fine. I can just loot this place real quick. What's this? Another hunting knife book? I don't think there's much in the way of books at this point that I don't have thanks to this beautiful building. However, we are nearing nighttime at what I would consider an unsafe rate. Speaking of not needing paper, get out of my inventory. I like to take the couch middles, not so much the corners and the sides, just because, in my experience, it's been a little nicer. The couch middles are more common, especially with the new buildings, so, I mean, again, use your discretion. It's whatever's going to work for you. I mean, it's great that it's working for me, but it may not be your thing. I feel like a lot of these clients spawn on these systems with some unknown variable somewhere, and that if you're not careful, you're going to get yourself into a world of trouble just because you're trying to do what other people have done when it's changed the rules on you a tiny bit. And, you know, I mean, that's okay, I guess, but that doesn't really need to be your life, you know? Do what works for you. That's all I'm getting at here. I really want to go in that building over there, but at the same time, if I don't do this, I'm missing a chance at arrows, which may actually be what saves my life, you know? Alright, cool. And since we kited away all those zombies and killed a bunch of them, done pretty good. I don't want to screw that up now. Alright, so I'm going to stay out front here for just a second. Trying to take out as many of these zombies as possible. One of the biggest problems I had earlier was that every time I tried to go in here and loot, I would run into a major issue with the zombies tearing me down before I ever had a chance. You know what? I don't really want the bandit. I should dump it out of there at least, though. Could you drop, please? Thank you. Again, the zombies still spawn right on top of you a lot of the time. It's really obnoxious. Don't let that be a problem that you're going to have to face in order to survive. Don't be super careful with your aim either. Like, the longer you take to aim, the more opportunity these things have to get around you and cause a problem. And for some reason, this thing is just loving spawning these shamblers on me. The shamblers are the ones that are super difficult to hit. How many zombies were in that one building? Good lord. Every time I look over, there's like 5 new zombies coming out of it. I am gonna raid this little nurse body, though. And of course I have no space, that's awesome. I will drop plant fibers and a single piece of cotton. I don't know how vital it still is, guys, but leg breaking was a serious issue. They said they fixed that for the most part, but I'm gonna hold judgment until I see less broken legs. You know what I mean? Alright, try to take out these zombies. If I can clear them out for the most part, like maybe we won't have an issue here anymore. How did that not hit you in the head? Alright, whatever. I'm gonna make you breakdance just like your friend. I can't tell if I just hit a gore block there or if I killed a zombie with that. You do seem to be sidestepping a lot more, which is super obnoxious, so be aware that that happens, guys. Don't let yourself get too frustrated by it. Give yourself some time to adjust to it. Don't let it be a problem for you. There's no reason it should ruin your experience. So if it is, you know, say something to the Fun Pimps first of all. If there's anything in this game that makes it unplayable or just unlikable, like, they need to know about it. They can't fix a problem they don't know exists. And I know it seems like a pointless exercise, as most people are probably already going to say whatever it is you have to say. But, you know, you also have to look at it from the other side of that same equation. If one dude's saying they don't like something, it's great that that one dude said it, but obviously nobody else had a problem with it, you know what I mean? Dude, I will ping you from the side if you're not going to open my door for me. I ain't got all night to be standing out here. Alright. We're going to try to go ahead and get inside now. It seems like it's quieted down out there, so... Looks like he tried to beat his way through this door, which is going to make it easier for us to get through as well. So I can appreciate that. I'm not going to want to take my eyes off the front of this building. Every time I have in the past, I have regretted it horribly. I'm also going to take an opportunity right now to go ahead and fix this, or I don't have rocks. Either way. You know what? It's almost pointless being in here without an axe. So I'm going to go ahead and go back outside. The last thing I want to do right now is get trapped in there with no way to defend myself. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm going to just throw the stuff on the floor. I don't need the gunpowder either. Heard you, you little jerk. You know what? I'm not even going to waste my arrows. And now, I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to go beat up this rock with this pickaxe I just got. It's not perfect, but it's something. Oh look, more zombies spawned on top of it. That's great. That's fine. Again, at least it happened out here. I'm paying attention now that I know what's happening more often. and more unfairly, I might add. As much as I want in there to get more of that stuff, guys, it is way too late in the day. I'm gonna have to bail on it for now. The Shanway over here is gonna be where I'm gonna spend the night. I do have this pickaxe, so I can take out the bottommost rung. I am going to raid as many air conditioners on the way as possible to try to fix it up. And that backpack, probably, because that looks amazing. Well, I mean, I could use the jar anyway. Don't really want the hunting rifle, though. Alright. So, as I tried to do before, I'm going to just repair that. Hopefully get it down in my inventory before anything bad happens. More ammo. Always need that. I'm not in too bad of a situation yet, so I'm not going to panic about anything yet. I'm not even worried about those guys. Whatever. I'm worried about 5 minutes when they start running. So if I can just break and I'm out. Okay, cool. They can break into this building all they want. I don't even care. They start running, like, right now. I guess not. It might be like 8:15 or 8:30 maybe. I'm going to leave the video going until we start seeing the clock up in the corner go a bit faster. Just so we'll know for certain just about what time they start running. Like, I have a general idea, but I've never paid so much attention to it that I could pinpoint it for you guys. I know it's about 6:35 that they stopped running. Oh, there we go. It was about 8:12, guys. So that's when they start running. So, no, if you're on 40 minutes and 35% night, the running starts happening at right around 8:12. So if you're not inside by 8:10, you're going to be in trouble. And 6:35, I think, like I said, is where you're going to be safe again. So this went much more cleanly than the last time I tried this. I think I died like 4 times last time. It was ridiculous. Not worth it, guys. I was head stressing, and then I died, and I ended up on the other side of the industrial biome from here, and it was pretty awful. How much cloth do I have? Alright, I was going to make a sleeping bag, since I obviously am not going to have that opportunity, though. I'll go ahead and make some arrows real quick, and then I'm going to end this episode. Thanks for sticking around with me. Thanks for watching in general. I appreciate it so much, guys. Without you guys, there'd be no point in even making videos. So, just thank you, and thank you for sticking with me even after another change in the season because of an update. That's going to end episode 1 of my 7 Days to Die season 1.5 series. This is Irish Vampire, and I'm signing off. Have a great night, guys.